Hey, hi, Prabha. Sorry,
No problem.
I missed it. So what was that?
Yeah,
No,
you
what you were saying?
open a new Excel file, go to file menu,
Okay,
go to file menu.
just a second.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Just a second.
yeah.
Okay. File menu, yeah.
Then go to account.
New Excel.
No. Go
Okay,
for
in
account.
file. File menu accounts.
Yes. In the bottom side, left side, bottom side, you will be getting account one option. If you click that, you will be getting a page where you will be finding the version name 2016, 2013, or 365, or 2019, or 2021.
Accounts, and then what? I went on accounts.
Right. So the page you are getting on the right side, what is the version it is being displayed? Microsoft.
About SL, yeah. So it is 2009, 2209 version about Excel.
No, not about Excel, just about to that. Above to that. It is from,
Office updates and
yeah.
yeah. So office updates. Updates are automatically downloaded and installed.
No.
Okay.
Just see. The moment I go for file and account, there is this is what the version status it is showing. Right. You have got what's new office updates just about to that. About the office updates. What is that version name it is showing? 365, 2019. Product is activated. Product is activated, correct?
Product is activated. Microsoft Office Home and Student
student.
2019.
Right.
Student 2019.
Right. So student version 2019 is the 2019 version of yours, but it is a student version. So student version, what it is happening, the challenge, there are a lot of limitations would be there in terms of number of formulas, formatting features, AI features, something will be there, limitations. So this is the reason why I always insist that or recommend that identify your own version when or whichever the system you are working with. Now, which is the latest version? Latest version is Office 365. So whatever the regular updates you receive, the formulas, functions, everything, you will not be finding in any other versions. Like, say, take an example, the formulas, sort, filter, lambda, let, XLOOKUP, all these functions are available only if you are there in Office 365 or 2021 version of Microsoft Excel, none in any other versions. So going through our entire journey of 16 hours, when you find any feature is missing, so that might be because of the versions difference. So don't be panic. Only thing is you have to upgrade your Microsoft Office application. All right.
Okay.
Right. Fine then. So now let us go and do one thing over here. Go to our sample case studies folder. There is a file naming called corporate case studies. Please open that. And you'll be landing up with the cover page. Click on the next button. It will take you to the sheet called business maths. So here, what we are going to discuss today, let's have a look. Basically, in our routine activities, people, we deal with so many basic calculations like addition, subtractions, or multiplications, divisions, all these things we do a lot. But the problem is certain cases we spend or end up spending a lot of time. So we have collected few samples and those are the real-time situations. Now, when we come across this kind of situations, how to deal with the same so that we can make some improvements in our reporting styles or we can save some turnaround time for while working with the same. Okay, this is what our objective. Now, so take an example, the first case. Please stay focused on my screen.
Hey, are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, already shared. Yes, I believe people able to see my screen. Anybody is facing any challenge?
Sorry.
No problem. No problem. Now, suppose say, take an example, the very first case will be, yeah, thanks Rajat for the confirmation. So in this case, suppose say, take an example, one person from a different department, he came to me and asked, Prabhas, I need to purchase 3 products, XYZ, ABC, anything you name it. How much quantities? A of 1000, B of 12, C of 20. Pretty clear. The requisitions is pretty clear. Now, when I inquired with the vendor, I found the rates A of 1 rupee each, B of 20 rupees each, C of 10 rupees each. Now, I have taken up the matter to the finance team to collect a check on behalf of the vendor so that I can procure the materials. Now, when I asked our finance team to give a check, they asked me a question in return, Prabhas, how much amount you need. So I need to tell a simple one amount figure so that they can prepare a check on behalf of the vendor and give it to me. So in that case, what we do to answer them? Okay, no problem, Parmand, you can. So over here, what we do, no need to do anything, just watch my screen or give me your view on that point. See, we go to a new column, we type a formula equal to quantity multiplied by rate over here, and then we go for making a total of that. Then only we realize, okay, I need to collect a check of 1,440 rupees. Do you agree with me? This is what we do.
Yes, sir.
Right. Nothing wrong. What we are exactly doing, there is nothing wrong. Absolutely fine. But let us analyze the situation. See, whatever we are looking for, this is there in this particular cell. What is the point of getting all these three? Is it playing any role? No. But we are helpless. Unless and until we create all these three, we cannot get this total. So this is again going to be waste of my time. Well, now when you create a new column and apply the unwanted formulas, then your Excel file size is also getting heavy. Do you mind that? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So now can you realize why our Excel file size gets heavy? Because of lot of formulas, unwanted columns, and there are various reasons for also. The more the dark colors, the more the conditional formatting, the more the data validation, the more the if formula, all these reasons are enough to make my file size heavy. Okay. So now the question is, if this is the situation, then how to deal with? See, 1 minute, watch my screen, no need to do anything. So I have a cell called total cost. I'll go for a formula simply naming called sum product. Okay, sum product. But how to write my formula quickly? I'll help you that also. See, you don't need to go and spend time for typing the entire formula. See, if I go for SUMP, can you see sum product is already highlighted in blue color? So only thing is I need to go for pressing the screen in my keyboard tab key. So when I go and press tab button, just see what is happening. Immediately, the moment I go for tab key, it will be populating the entire formula characters up to open parenthesis. So this is the smart way of typing the formula 1. Now what it is saying, array 1. So in your data, what is the first column? Quantity, comma. What is the second one? Array 2. What is the second column? Rate per unit. That's it. So two columns we had, two columns we have provided in the reference. The moment I hit enter, did I receive the same? Yes. So this is how people, even though I have got 10,000 entries or records, a simple formula is going to do the job for me. I don't need to go and keep creating this kind of columns. So this is how we have got a basic understanding how to write our sum product formula over there and how it is helping us. We got the basic understanding. So please give it a try and confirm this is working for you. So any doubt, any queries, anybody? All right.
Uh,
No problem.
all right. In between those two.
Yep. After array 1, comma, array 2.
Okay, comma.
Yes, Rajat, you can do that. Multiple columns, because multiple column can be defined as multiple arrays. That's it. If you have got 5 more columns also data, you can just define comma as a separator and keep adding those column ranges. Right. So this is how people we have understood that how our first examples answered through some product we have received. And this is a very old formula. Since inception of Excel, this is there till 2021. And this is a very powerful formula. You can do a lot of things over here with this formula. Okay. Now I'm going to take you through the second one is called vendor evaluation. This is quite interesting again, and the real-time data we are going to work with again. We know one thing that in any industry, wherever we are working with, our purchase department, they have their own standard operating procedures, which we call it as SOP. And what it says that when you have a critical item and you are depending upon a single source of supply, then you are running your business with high risk. And what our department suggests, what our SOP suggests, that always you should have minimum 3 competitive codes. And what are they technically called as? L1, L2, L3. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now over here, I have got a prices column. Okay, please look at that. And do let me know if I ask you, please find out the L1, L2, L3 supplier rates. What will be that? One by one. What will be the L1 rate, please? Anybody? Look at my screen and tell me.
87.
87. Right. 87. L2?
99.2.
99.2. Very good. L3?
103.
103.2. Very good. So since we have got maximum 7 to 8 items, it was pretty easy for us to find out or calculate or identify L1, L2, L3. Good. Now take a real-time situation. The moment you open the file like this, 10,000 entries are there. And if you happen to the same job, finding L1, L2, L3, what we do? Yes, people?
We have to find out minimum.
Okay, that will be the lowest one. How about the second and third lowest?
Or we have to arrange in this sorting data.
That's a good option.
We will arrange in
Will be
ascending.
Right. We'll be arranging or
Ascending.
right. That is what we are going to arrange our data in smallest to largest order. And whatever the 3 items are going to appear in the top, we'll highlight them. We'll drop a mail to our superior stating that, sir, we have done the ground level of workings. Please find our top 3 suppliers or bottom 3 suppliers, whatever it is, or our L1, L2, L3 rates, and give us a green signal so that we can start procuring the materials. So our bosses also, without looking at the same, they immediately give us a green signal. Please go and get the material first. All right, everything is fine. Whatever it is happening around, everything is fine. Okay, but I have a question. Please stay focused with that. In this entire process, where is the value additions to the work? Because arranging the data in smallest to largest order and highlighting the same, dropping a mail, anybody can do that. In fact, I could have given the same task to one of my teammates, or I could have given the task to one of my office boy even. But being a department head or being a skilled person, why I am doing this kind of unproductive task? Seems something strange because we have never thought upon the same. But technically, if you think about, you will also not disagree upon me. Do you agree? right? So this is the place where we have to make some improvements. What kind of improvements we should make it? We are going to discuss. But before that, you can ask me a question in return, Prabhas, if this is not actually or technically we should follow. If this is wrong, if it is a very bad practice, then why my boss has never objected? Well, in this case, why boss has never objected? Because you are not doing anything wrong. So you are also following what is the industry is following, right? So now one thing you have definitely understood that whatever the existing practices are there, it's not mandatorily or necessarily to be the best option or best practice. So if you have some better plan or idea, unless and until you apply the same or execute it, people will not be having the belief. So this is the place where what kind of improvements we can make it. Just have a look. No need to do anything. I'm going to create something for your better understanding. Just watch my screen, okay? Same thing, the vendor evaluation, what we are supposed to do not create many more files because people don't have time to go through your multiple files, first of all. So whenever you go for vendor evaluation, there should be only one file. And in that file, there should be a sheet naming called daybook. Now, what is supposed to be there in the daybook? The name of the vendor, retailer, manufacturer, trader, service provider, how many years he is into this business, whether he is registered or unregistered, what is the price, is it competitive or not, then how many days of credit he is going to provide us, all these things. So maximum, whatever the information you can capture, you have to capture that. So that is nothing but our daybook. Okay. Now, when this daybook file we have created, then we need to go and create one more sheet for the boss, naming called summary. So the name itself is sufficient, no need to tell much, but yes, there should not be many more columns or rows. People have time to go through this. So we should have only maximum 3 to 4 columns. Okay. And again, maximum 10 to 15 row items, not more than that, because people don't have time to go through this. Now, once you have done with this over here, just see. Here, anybody's mic is on, Veda. I guess you could check your mic.
Not mine, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anybody else mic is on? Could you please check your mic is on mute so that it should not distract others? All right. So what should be there in my summary sheet? Please stay focused. See, whatever the products we purchase, okay, or we are going to order or we're procuring, there should be a list of products for my boss, and he will be having a privilege to select from a drop-down list. Because if I allow him many more options, there might be a chance of committing the mistake. So I'll go for a drop-down. So it will be easy for him to select also. So for the sample case, I'm creating some samples. PR1, PR means product, product 2, PR3, PR4, and PR5. Okay. Now, once this is done over here, he will be having an option to select a particular product. All right. Now, once I select a particular product over here, say, then immediately there should be 3 cells naming L1, L2, and L3. Okay. And once I just go for the selection of the products, or my boss selects a particular product, then immediately there should be a cell having the name called our price. Now this price should populate my L1, L2, L3. But where this is going to come from? From the daybook. And from daybook, how it is going to come over here to summary? With the help of some formulas and functions. And once your price is populated over there, then what we need? The vendor name, corresponding vendor name. Who is that vendor? Given that rate or quoted that rate, that name should appear. Just think about it. How it has become more dynamic. And this is how, when you present it, people will love to see your reports. And trust me, whomever you are sending this file, he is going to retain this file for his whole life. All right. And what you have to do, you don't need to go and keep on redoing the same every time. You just need to go for updating your records. Records like, if any new vendor comes, you need to add. Any old vendor leaves the organizations, you have to remove. All these things are there. correct? So those things you have to keep doing the updating on the our day book. But our summary sheet, we should no need to touch it at all. So that's what the beauty over there. And always think out of the box and this kind of improvements you can make. So don't you think it can be done? Right, people?
How did you create that data validation, this PR?
Yeah, I'll tell you, that is a part of curriculum. Don't worry. I'll tell you everything. When the time comes, right things you are going to know. Don't worry about it. So for the timing, just have a overview. This kind of improvement can be done or not.
Yes, sure.
Definitely. So I'll tell you each and everything how to create this kind of templates and all. But to create the templates now for the timing, our focus has to be how to get the price. So instead of doing repeatedly arranging the data of smallest to largest, depending upon the products, how to get it dynamically, quickly, that is what our focus. Okay. So what would be the right formula and functions? Let's go for it. So go to our existing case studies, and there, can you see bottom three cells are there one column? Select the same, and we are going to make some changes in our approach. So changes in the approach, what does it mean? See, ideally, we create a formula in one cell, then we go and drag it down, copy paste, all these things we do. So today we are going to stop from that. Okay. What is the things you need to do? Select your entire solution area. So where you need to apply the formula or functions, first you select that area. Okay. Then leave your touchpad or mouse, go for equal to small. So there is a formula ready-made available in our Excel naming called small. Very powerful. Just see what it does. What it says, it is asking me array. So where is the data? If you look at the formula on your left side of your formula or right side of your formula, the data is there. Of course, the data is there towards left. So go for left arrow key. So when you go for left arrow key and select Control Shift and down arrow key, you will be finding your entire range is populated as array. Okay. Now over here, comma, what is the next thing it is asking? K. What is the meaning by K? K is nothing but is the ranking. Now, if you look at our own data over here, what would be the rank for the lowest value? L1, correct? We discussed. So L1 should be our K. So L1, the answer is there, 1. So K is supposed to be 1. L2, K is supposed to be 2. L3, K is supposed to be 3. So here, when you provide 1, 2, and 3, then only you can get the result. But we cannot define all these three together. That's why we have taken a helper column. If you see in the column G, there is already 1, 2, 3 over there. Okay. So we are going to take that helper column 1, that is G12, which is there in the right side. Bracket close. Formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Control Enter. So when I go for Control Enter, can you see my entire data is ready? But the problem is what we have identified, we are not getting the similar values. L1, correct. L2 is also fine. But when you go for L3, what happened? It is showing something different. Why is it? Because we have got some problem. What is the problem? Can you see? The blue color border area, it is moving. The prices column is moving along with the formula movement. So that is not supposed to move. Though we are working with our first value or last value or the range or our unit over here, say L1, L2, L3, but what is going to happen? The range should be always the same, starting from 103.2, ending with 134. It should not go beyond that. So in that case, over here, what we need to do, we need to freeze the data. So how to freeze the data? Selecting the entire array, I will go for which is creating trouble, E12 to E17. So we should select and lock F4. So F4 is the key which will be helping you to apply the dollar symbols over there. Okay. Formula is ready, rectified. Only with one cell, need to apply for rest. Yeah.
The freezing part, could you please repeat once?
Yes. So freezing part is why you need to freeze. First of all, when you go for L3, can you see the blue color border area is moving? It is supposed to start with 103.2, but it is taking from 109. And similarly, if you see the bottom side also, it is exceeding 134. Can you see? Right. So this is what we have to fix it. Fix it in the sense, though I am looking for L1 or L3, it should always take the data from this only. Right. So for that reason, we need to go to our bottom three cell over here and we need to rectify. But we cannot go to only the error cell to rectify. We need to select the entire array and to rectify the same, open the formula E12 to E17. This is creating a trouble for me. I can just simply lock it, F4. If F4 is not a direct key for to generate the symbol called dollar, you can go for function with F4, fn key with F4. Okay. So formula is rectified only with one cell, need to replace the same for the rest, control enter. So we got our records ready. So this is how people we have understood whenever you are working with a template and all those things, this small formula, how it plays a very big role, we have understood. So kindly check it out. Is it working?
Sir, I am not able to implement the formula for the entire column after I get the value of 87. Can you help me how you said control enter? The data is not coming.
Okay. So the reason why it is not coming because you had not selected before creating the formula.
So I have to select the entire column.
Yeah, you should have selected that. Since you have missed out, wait, please. Since you have missed out doing so, next time when you go for formula, you will not commit that mistake. But yes, for the time being, to manage the situation, no need to go for selecting the same and doing the same control enter. If already this is populated in your first cell, you can double click on the field handle. Or you can, that's what.
Was how to select no, on shift, I'm like how to select that 103.2 till 134.
Control,
what do I need to do?
You keep your cursor at 103.2 and shift control down arrow key.
Shift control down arrow key. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Pravas, I'm not able to do it.
No
problem. Okay,
no
so
problem. You can share your screen. I can help you. You can share your screen.
Are you able to?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, we need to
No, first of
put a
all,
formula.
that is what first mistake. What you have learned, please try to apply that. As I told you, first you select your complete gray colored area. That from bottom three column, all this three gray colored area, please select first. No, it's not selected, Parmanand. You need to select. See, how do you normally select the cells?
Yeah.
Fine. Now leave your mouse. Leave your mouse. No, leave your mouse.
Okay.
Type equal to small. Type. No, that's what the mistake you are doing. Again, you're going back and clicking on that. You should not do it. Just select all the three cells. Yes, leave the mouse now. Equal to small, small, SMALL. Just hit the tab button. Hit the tab button.
Now it is a
Now array. Now hold on. I'll tell you how to write it quickly. See, you are writing the formula and your array is there towards your left side, correct? Go for left arrow key. Just hit the left arrow key from the keyboard. Control Shift and down arrow key one time. Press together. Control Shift and down arrow key one time together. Now you need to lock them. Use F4. Just hit F4. If it is not your direct key, go for function with F4. FN key with F4.
Yeah, now it is done. Yeah. Okay.
Then comma. You need to move it to right. You need to move it to right side now to go for G column. Use the right arrow key and bracket close. And then control enter. Got it? So this is how you should write your formula efficiently. Hope that is clear now. Yeah. Rajat?
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome. Rajat, now is it clear for you also?
Yeah, but let me share my screen.
Please do that. Okay, no issues.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. You select all the three. No. Don't. Wait, Rajat.
Sorry.
Select all the three. No. Whatever it is, let it be. That's what we want. We were going to rectify. Go for undo. Right. Now select all the three yellow colored cells. Right. Go for F2. Right. Now small is there. You have taken E12 to E17, G12. That's fine. Now hit Control Enter. Control Enter. That's it.
Got it.
Right.
Now one.
No, sir. Last value is wrong.
Okay.
103 is coming.
Okay. We'll see that. Rajat, please share your screen. Last value is something coming up wrong. $103.2. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the same.
Prabhas, when I'm just putting that after closing the G12, after putting that right arrow key, and I'm closing the bracket and hitting like Control Enter, but nothing is coming for me.
It is applying to one cell only, could be the case. When you use Control Enter, is it applying to only to one cell or the multiple cells?
Yeah. Like when I'm pressing Control.
Right. The reason is you have not selected while designing the formula, you have forgotten to select the whole range. Whole range in the sense that three color yellow cells, those three cells you have not selected. So where you need to apply the formula, that cell range first you select if you want to go for a Control Enter key. If it is not happening, you can share your screen. I can guide you where is the mistake happens. I'll tell you.
Before that, I have a question, Professor.
Yeah.
So why we have used this 1, 2, 3? Because you said that every time do I have to add an extra column for getting this data, or how is it?
Right. The reason of taking 1, 2, 3 over here is we need our L1 purpose 1, L2 purpose 2, L3 purpose 3 as a ranking, because K denotes your ranking. In the formula small, K denotes your ranking. So if you do not take the external column help, you have to go on each and every cell, you have to edit, you have to type it manually, because 1 will never get automatically changed to 2, 2 will never get automatically changed to 3. So this is the reason why we have.
I think the ranking what we will put 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
The ranking will come.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. Yes, you can. Any of who is not getting, please share your screen. Basi, you can share your screen. Let me have a look. Okay. Okay, Vidit, Vashi has overridden the screen. No problem. So you can watch my screen. First of all, escape. Go for escape. Right. Select all the three cells. First, select all the three cells of bottom three. Leave the mouse. Type equal to small, equal to small. And hit the tab key. Hit the tab button from the left. Then take your mouse pointer, that is what, arrow key in the left side, because your array is there in the left side. Don't take the mouse to select. As I told you, use the arrow key. From the keyboard, we have got left arrow, right arrow, up arrow, down arrow. Use the left arrow key. You are going right. You have pressed the right button. You have to come left. Use the left arrow key.
Left arrow key.
Oh, Vasi, you are still in the F12 key. You have to go to E12. No, don't edit the formula. Escape. Again, do the escape. Go for equal to small. Go for left arrow key. Control Shift down arrow key one time. Control Shift down arrow key one time. Then F4. Press F4 button to lock the range. If it is not your direct key, go for function with F4. So which one is the key? F4 or function F4 you applied?
Normal F4 I applied.
No.
I didn't press function button, I just press F4.
Okay, so your case F4, fine, comma. Comma. Now you, no, not bracket close, comma.
I'm getting an error, you are...
Because you have not defined the formula. Formula is not yet completed. You close the bracket. See, after see formula, what it's saying, array, after that comma, then K. So we have defined only array. Escape. Escape. Write the formula again, equal to. No, select. All the three cells should be in selection. All the three cells should be in selection first. Right, now leave the mouse, leave the mouse. Now again, we're going back and clicking there. That is the mistake you are doing. Your control enter is not going to happen. Yes, leave the mouse. Leave the mouse. Type small, then bracket open. Take the left arrow key and control shift down arrow key. Press together one time. Control shift. Yes. Now go for F4. Comma. Comma. Then use the right arrow key because we need to move to the right side column. So use the right arrow key G12. Perfect. Now bracket close. Control enter. Bracket close. Control enter. Yeah, hit control enter. Yes. Vidit, now is it happening for you?
No, Pravas. Still
Okay.
like I'm hitting.
Yeah. Please share your screen. Let me have a look. Where is the missing things?
Sure.
All right. So you have selected all the three cells. Fine. Okay, you have already applied. No. Wait. If you have.
Do it again.
Okay, fine. No problem. Right. Take the array. Control shift. No. Only that column. Only that column. Go slow. Not a problem. Yeah. Now come to the left. Control shift down arrow key. Perfect. Lock F4. Perfect. Comma. Go towards your right. Bracket close. Control enter.
Enter. This is not taking from here.
Control enter is not taking. That cannot happen.
No.
What is the keyboard? What is the brand of your laptop?
Lenovo it is.
Lenovo. It should happen. Hmm.
If I'm putting just enter, then it is taking only one cell.
Yeah, because enter will be taking one cell only, but control enter should work for you because
Yeah.
that is the keyboard behavior. But anyway, if it is not working for the timing, I mean, why corporate case?
It works, right?
Yeah, it will work. Definitely it will work.
Might be some issue.
Maybe in some laptop keyboard behavior, we need to check it out later. Okay,
Sure.
right.
No problem.
No problems for you. If it 87 is there, just go to 87 cell and 87.
Yeah, I can drag
Yeah,
that.
right. For the timing, you just manage like this.
Sure.
Right. All right, so we have done with our small formula, how to apply it, and we get the result. Understood, no issues. Now we are going to discuss over here. Okay, the next example over here, what we have, like going for the top three. Okay, so top three values, how to identify, that is what the question. So like bottom three, we have identified with small. For top three, what would be the opposite of small? Anybody?
Large or high?
Simple, large.
Big or large?
Large is the better. Okay, so when I go for large, is going to again asking me array. So we'll take the array of prices column, and we know when we copy this formula down, again this will move down. So when you know the problem is going to come, why don't you lock it in the formula definition mode itself? Yes, we did it. Come on. What is the next one? It is asking again K. Again K. All right. So when I go for K, as we discussed already, K is nothing but our ranking. So ranking purpose, already one helper column is created. So we'll be again using the same by taking one out of that. Bracket close. Formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Control enter. And we got the things. So this is how people, this kind of formulas will be pretty helpful whenever you create any kind of templates, summary report, dashboards, and you can make your job easy. So every time you don't need to go and keep on doing the sorting, just one time formula helps you a lot. Check it out. Is it working now, the large formula?
Yes, bro.
Right. How about others?
Hey, hi, Purvas. Actually, I forgot the sort key that you have used. So it is, I selected the cell. Just a second. Selected cell, then equal, and then large.
Right.
And then what's the key which you have used to show the array and everything?
No.
Large.
Large you have given. Then after that, if you hit the tab key, open bracket will be there. Correct?
Tab key.
Yeah,
okay.
tab key.
Yes.
Right.
And
then you have to use the left arrow key.
Left arrow for the price.
Yeah, you have to move.
Okay.
You have to keep moving with the left arrow key till you
Oh,
reach.
and then select all prices. What I need to do?
Control shift down arrow key. Then comma. And then K is the constant. So for K, again you have to take
left.
left.
Go left, right?
Yeah.
1 G12 and then bracket close.
And control enter.
I got it. Yeah. Thanks.
Right.
Okay. The keys, the sort keys.
So that you have to practice. I do understand.
Practice,
yeah, you have to practice that because overnight nothing is possible. Okay. But this is the way if you want to go for it, the smart way of writing the formulas, nothing else.
So for the second and third, Prabhas, that there is a small green thing, some comments,
Then you,
formula
right,
in
you
this
have,
cell refer to range.
yes, you have forgotten to lock it. See, you have, there is a dollar
Okay.
symbol missing. That F4 key I told
Okay.
you in the previous case. So you got to select again
Okay.
all the three cells and open the
Okay.
same with F2 or function F2 depending upon the keyboard.
Okay.
And E12 to
And then
E17, that blue color one text you have to select.
Okay.
And F4. Dollar symbols will be applied.
tab.
Actually, sir, I also problem with locking F4. After the F4, nothing symbol not coming.
Okay, go for function F4, Fn key with F4. In the keyboard, we have got a Fn key in the bottom side. You see, if F4 is not your direct key, go with function with F4. It will work.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. For selecting the complete price, what the short key is?
Control enter. Control enter. For selecting, Control Shift down arrow key. For completing the formula, Control enter.
Down. Okay.
Because I've given the large key to block the cells. What is the last thing? Like after the comma equal to large and the selection of the spots and then the selection of the values. And comma and what is the last given?
No, last is the K purpose. You have to go for left side 1, 2, 3 is the no G12. So after array, you have to define G12. Sorry?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No. Come out of that. Come out of that. They have nothing to do with our things. Select all the three cells, top three cells. Delete that. What you have created, delete that. Select those three cells equal to large. Now take the array. The way you are comfortable choosing through mouse, select through mouse, array, select the mouse through. Yeah. Take the array, entire price column. No, extra blank is also selected. Be careful what you are selecting. Yes, that should be logged. Press F4. F4, press F4. If it is not a direct key, go for function with F4. Then comma. Now take the K purpose, take the value from column G, which is there towards your left. Column G, take the cursor from the left. Select G12. G12 is containing K, right? Yeah. Bracket close, Control enter. Right. Yes, Rajat? Yeah.
This is permanent.
Mhm.
Is for me, it is just only one cell is populating, and that is coming 134. So what I did is I'm just doing it again. I selected all the three cells, then equal sign, then large, then tab of, and then going left.
Okay.
And then shift down arrow key, like control shift down arrow key, which selects my all value.
Is
and
it
then
from is it from
function,
is it from E12 to E17 selected?
yes, E12 to E17 is selected.
Right.
And then function F4 to lock in.
Okay.
And then comma.
Okay.
And then K value for I'm going left.
Right. G12.
Okay, so that is G12.
Okay.
G12.
Okay.
And then I am closing the bracket.
Control enter.
And then control enter.
Right.
After closing a bracket, I have to control enter.
Right.
Control enter. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, I think I did something. Now it is coming in.
Right. Right.
Thanks. Yeah.
Fine. No problem. So Rajat is asking last result is coming as hash num. Rajat, just check the formula. Might be one cell would have been not locked. You would have missed out for locking the cell. No problem. That's fine. So in large data, how to find out that locking the formula is important. Of course, it is important. See, locking is necessary when you are going to apply the formula for more than one cell, though it is towards down or towards right. Remember in this way, locking is necessary in the range if your formula application is going to happen either towards down or towards right. Hope now it is clear in one line. Great. Now let me first share the screen over here. So we have understood now over here how to deal with
Sir,
this. Yeah.
sir, I have small query. Deepak
Please,
here.
please ask.
Sir, we have selected that before typing that formula that is equal to large, we have selected 3 cells.
Right.
Let us see that are blank cells.
Okay.
But suppose there are 3 we can select easily in mouse, but in our industry generally happens there are 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000 cells.
Right.
Then selecting with mouse will not be easy.
You don't need to
And
select.
currently we are selecting
You don't need
with
to
mouse.
select.
So is
You don't
there
need to
any
select.
best way of doing that?
No, that is what I'm saying. You don't need to select. If you have got 10,000 records and you want to apply the formula for 10,000 times, you cannot select 10,000 times first and then you go for application formula. I will never recommend for that even. If that is the case, create the formula in one cell and double click on the fill handle. The drag button double click if you do, automatically that will be applied for 10,000 cases since it is in a contiguous cells. And question number 2, selecting the cell range, we know control shift and down arrow key.
That I understood.
Right.
Control shift and down key, directly whatever numbers are there, it will select.
Absolutely.
But for blank, we are struggling.
Blank, there is that.
Problem.
Okay. For if it is a blank, suppose.
That's
Right.
why I told, is there any another way like control shift
We-
down?
We do have. I will tell you when the situation comes. Don't worry. Don't make yourself overloaded with all the things. So that during the practice also it will be helpful and you'll be recalling the things. Okay, this is what we discussed. That's why we have created these modules. So each and every module wise, remember the task, what you are doing, and the same thing you are going to practice. No need to spend time for making a notes because I'm going to give you the entire soft copy of the reference manual. And along with that, you are going to get the session wise recordings. So just spend time for practicing over there. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Now, so our vendor evaluation, we have done with it. Now here, the moment we have done with these people, are you happy with the solution, small and large? I would like to take your opinion because you are the user going to create or use these things. And I told you the example where you can use this small formula. You got an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Right. So can I take that? All are happy? Great. Now please stay focused what I am going to take you through. No need to do anything. Just stay focused. I would like to take 2 names from our group. Yes, absolutely, Bhaskar. You can apply. So I would like to take 2 names from our group. One is Deepak and the other one is, say, Rajat. So Deepak and Rajat, I would be taking your name for the story. Is that okay? Is there any objection?
No problem, sir.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much. Thank you so much. So suppose I take an example. This is what our friend Rajat has created the beautiful formulas and all, and he is presenting the same to Deepak. Deepak is watching the data and immediately he got a question in his mind that why Rajat has created all these call numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something, whatever it is, why he has created all these things. And Deepak feels that this is unwanted. Deepak feels that this is not playing any role and he has deleted the same. What happens now? The formula is in trouble. Can you see that?
Your screen is not visible to me.
My screen is not
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Yes,
It is visible. Yes.
Right. So who is not able to see my screen? Rajat, you are not able to see my screen?
I see the names RMPP, RC, DY, MW. I don't
Okay,
know.
just a minute. Let me first again reshare. Now is it visible?
It is perfect. It is. Yes, sir.
It was, yeah, it is.
Okay, okay. So Rajat, if the problem is
Just one
persistent,
minute, let me,
yeah, please check your
let me,
internet.
yeah.
Yeah, check your internet
So
connectivity.
internet is working fine for me. Let me rejoin this call
Right,
because
right,
I need to talk to the other participant also.
right. So maybe some temporary files would have filled up in the backend. So this is what the problem with MS Teams. If you go for a long duration of meeting, the cache memory would be getting filled up in the backend. So sometimes we need to log out and log in again. Anyway, so as we are discussing, when suppose say Deepak has deleted all these things, now the formula is in trouble. We can see that. So this is what the problem, people, and this is the reason why I do not recommend these formulas in this place. This is what our experts suggest us. But now the question is how to deal with the same. We cannot take such kind of helper columns. Excel never recommends for that. And we know taking the helper columns unwantedly making our file size heavy. This is also not an ideal process. Then what we can do, I'll tell you, is we will make our formula efficient enough in such a way those 1 2 3 my formula itself is going to generate. How? Just watch one my screen for a while. See, what I'm going to do now is same top three I have taken the cells. Okay, I will go for equal to, right? I will go for now formula called large. Fine. It demands me array. I took that. I need to lock it. So far clear? This is what we have been doing, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is demanding K. So here you stay focused. K purpose, we need 1 2 3. We do not have the data. We have deleted that. Now, those 1 2 3, what we can do, how will I generate? See, we have a ready-made formula in our Excel naming called row. What is this row formula doing? Let's have a discussion. Row formula is a formula whose basic job is to generate the answer as the row number. So which row we are in? If you look at, I'm highlighting, we are working in row number 12. So my row formula is going to give me as 12. Just see, is it giving me 12? Yes, of course. But technically, for our K purpose, what is the number we are expecting? We are expecting 1. So basic mathematics, row formula is already giving me 12. If I go for deducting with 11, automatically, is it going to generate 1 for me? Yes. So formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. What is the shortcut? Control Enter. See the beauty. Without using the external column help, we could generate the formula. Okay. So here the formula is ready and you can give it a try and check is it working in your screen also. Okay. Rajat is saying not able to see anything.
So I can see this now. I'm sorry, I
Okay.
can see this now.
Okay. Okay.
This is resolved, yeah.
Right. Yes. So please give it a try and check this formula is working for you. And this is called our nested formula, nothing else. Formula within formula. So within large, the combination of row, very helpful.
So we have used only a large formula, right? And then
Right.
for K, we have used row.
Right.
But why did we use that -11?
The reason why we're taking now, just watch my screen. Now, if I have selected which row I have selected, if you see
12.
12. Now the same thing it is given by my row formula. if you look at the row formula also gives me the same number. Do you agree?
Right.
But technically, earlier in the G column, if you see, what was the first number we had?
G12.
No. In that, what was the value? It was 1. So if I go for 12 over here, and what happened over here? Something is wrong. Yeah. Minus 11, if I go for it, it gives me 1. And the same thing when I go and apply, is it generating same 1, 2, 3? So my row formula is doing the job of 1, 2, 3 K column, whatever we created, G12, G13, G14. That is what my row formula is doing within the formula.
Okay, got it.
Right. Fine. Now large with row combination is done. So similarly, just bring the formula application for bottom 3 calculations also, like taking 3 cells, array, locking the same, row formula again, minus 11, since we are in 12, control enter.
So Pravas says this is useful when the 1, 2, 3 column has been removed, right?
No, not removed. Technically, you have to use like this only. You should not take 1, 2, 3 column and all. You should not take those kind of helper columns. That's what we are discussing.
Okay.
No problem. No problem. All the queries to be clarified. You asked. I'm glad. No worries.
This should be a universal formula for finding out larger and the smaller number, right?
Of course, like top 10 values, bottom 10 values. If you have a large number of data, so instead of sorting every time, you can always just go for keep this formula ready. And tomorrow, even though you update your records, the values changes, or month and month wise salesman performances are changes. Or if you look at your supply chain data side, suppose say you have got multiple records with regard to the lorry service or container service, anything you name it, you can find the top 10, bottom 10, top 5, bottom 5. So to showcase the data again.
All right. And this 11 minus 12 has to do with the row which we are entering the data, right?
Absolutely. That you have to do.
This is then Mr. Pravas.
Yeah.
Okay, so only the first part, very beginning part, I missed it. Which formula which you have used for product of value?
Some product.
Some product. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just need to enter, right? Select the rate and then do enter.
No. Equal to some product. First column, quantity column, completely you have to take the variables, comma, then rate column variables, enter.
Okay. And then equal. So in a total cost, I have 2 equal, right?
Yes.
Can I share my screen if you don't mind?
Yeah.
So first I need to select the quantity.
No, it's not visible to me. Okay, now it's getting loaded. Yeah, you got to select. Fine, just total cost. No, total cost you first type. Total cost cell, that gray colored cell. You start typing the formula equal to some product.
Yes. Oh, okay. It is asking for the array of 1.
Right.
Array 2. Okay. So array of 1
is the quantity column. That is 100, 17, 20, all these 3 cells.
Okay.
Then
and
comma.
then here also Can I lock this also?
Not necessary, not necessary. Locking is required only if the formula is applicable for more than one cells towards down or more than one cells towards right.
Okay, and then array 2 will be this, right? Suppose control enter.
Control is not required. Here enter is enough because one cell data. Control enter is required for multiple cells if you have selected. Right.
Okay, thanks a lot.
No problem. So now I'm going to take you through the next over here is the called basic rounding of our data, people. So stay focused. What is the need? What is the ask? Okay. Over here, the moment you look at, we have a prices column where you see the decimals are in place along with some whole numbers also included in that column. Now, looking at the same, my boss is not quite happy and he is telling me, Prabhas, why don't you do one thing? Why don't you round off the data to the nearest one unit? Like 103.2 is there. If I want to round off, what should be the value? What we do exactly? How do you present it exactly? Do we go for 103?
Yes, sir.
Right. So over here, the moment we go for 103, where it's giving a trouble. Okay. Now, if you talk about 111.5, what is happening?
112.
112, right. 112. It's going there. Something has gone wrong with my mouse button. What happened? Right. So 112. Okay. Now here, we know one thing that how these things are happening, who is taking that call, that sometimes we have to go for one unit up and sometimes we have to go for one unit down. This is what we are not deciding. This is what decided by the post decimal character, isn't it? If it is 5 or more than 5, then it should go for one unit up. If it is less than 5, we go for one unit down. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now the same thing my boss is also expecting from me. So how will I do that? That's what the question. So what we can do, people, as I told you here, first of all, we go and select the entire range. Okay. So I guess from the zooming side, there is a problem from my end. If I zoom it, it is creating a trouble something for me. Okay, we'll see that somewhere around. Fine. So I'll go and select. I'll go for, in this case, technically we use the round formula. What is that? Round formula. No doubt, round formula is going to help me. But today I'm going to take you through a new formula because Microsoft has made some improvements in the rounding of the data. So what you can do is you can take the formula naming called mround. So what is this mround formula about? Let's have a basic understanding first. M stands for multiple. M stands for multiple. And what it demands me? The number. Where is the number? Number is in the prices column. Okay, taken. Now what is asking? Multiple. So multiple, what is the meaning? First, we need to understand. See, multiple doesn't have the meaning that we should go for multiplying with any value. Yes. So what you need to do is exactly, if you go for 103.2 is the input. If I want to round off, it may be 104 or 103. I don't know. If I am not aware of post decimal character, then it may be 103 or maybe 104. I don't know. Correct? Right, people?
Yeah.
So 103.2 purpose, 104 is the upper unit and 103 is the lower unit. So what is the basic difference between these two units, 103 and 104 is of 1 unit. So that is what nothing but meaning called multiple. So whatever we are going to round off, either 1 unit up or 1 unit down. So that is what the meaning called multiple. So once I go and close this bracket, formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest, control, enter. Things are ready. So over here, the moment I go for this now, the formula is ready and giving the result for me. So whenever you have a template in place, any point of time, you can keep all these formulas ready. And whenever the user types any data having the decimals in place, that will be automatically taken care by Microsoft Excel. So please give it a try and check, is it working for you, Round?
It is not working for me, so M round.
What is that formula you have typed? Is it?
Selected in
You have selected the column F where the result has to be shown, correct?
yes, so let me delete it again and then do it. There's no populating value. So I selected all the cells and then equals to M round tab. It is asking for the number. So I selected all the prices.
No, not all the prices. You are not doing for all. No, you have to do one by one, correct? So you have to take only one cell, that is E22. You have to take only E22.
Okay, I'm doing for one.
Entire
Okay,
range, that's right.
okay. And then one is the range which I have selected to up and down. So and then close the bracket and then control and
right.
Yeah. Got it. That's the mistake I was doing. I was selecting all the cells.
Fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, well. So M round, I believe this is working for everyone. So you can use round or you can use M round. The objective remains the same. But why I am saying for M round, now you are going to come to know. See, if you go for round, what is happening? If you are going for the round, what is the problem is you have to again remember the other two formulas like round up and round down. That is the case specific, situation specific formulas. So rather remembering three different formulas, if one formula itself is catering all your needs, then why don't you use that? That is what my object over here. Okay. So it will be more clear when we go for one more example. Just see, stay focused. What's the demand? Please understand. Suppose say my boss asked me, Prabhas, if this is the prices column, do me a favor, get me the data rounded off to the nearest 5 unit. He's asking, get me the data rounded off to the nearest 5 unit. So if it is 103.2, if I need to answer in this column, what should be the answer? Anybody?
103, 102, 104, 105, like that.
No. Nearest 5 units. See, like nearest 1 unit, we have got only one value. Similarly, nearest 5 unit, what is that value to be?
Right.
I will make it more clear. Just see, watch my screen. If it is not clear, the concept. See, I have a skip count of 5 skip count or 5 jump values over here. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, like this. And if I create such kind of scaling over here of 5 skip count values or jump values, 103.2, when I come, in which range it is going to fall, in which interval this is going to fall? Is it between 100 and 105? Do you agree?
Yes.
Now, which is the nearest one for 103.2?
100.
Check.
Sorry, 105.
I do understand. So 105. So now we have understood answer is supposed to be 105. But yes, technically in Excel language, for 103.2, 105 is the upper unit, 100 is the lower unit. And what is the difference between these two? How many units of difference between 100 and 105?
5.
That's what. So same thing again, going to equal to M round, taking the number from the prices column, comma, when it demands me multiple, I should go for 5. Bracket close, control enter. See the beauty. Similarly, multiple of 10, multiple of 5, whenever there is a need, you can make use of the formulas called M round. This is very, very essential when you go for the reconciliation activities, because mostly what happens in the organizations at the year end, when you go for reconciliations, there is always a entry passed as JB passed for the difference amount because of rounding of the values. And we don't have the clarity whether how far it is correct or any other differences are there or any other mismatch of entries. We blindly pass that entry, but that can be minimized. So before entry itself, if you go for this kind of formula, it will be always be taking rounding of our data. All right. So this is how mround is very, very helpful whenever you go for any kind of template designing and all, you can keep it ready. Any doubt, any queries?
Sir, it can be taken 5 only, or it can be anything as per your need.
As per the need, see now I'm taking off 5 units of difference, like 103. If I need all the time, it's a multiple of 10. So I could go for 10. So 103.2, which is the closest value if you just multiple of 10, 100 or 110. If you 100, so it will come 100. Just see, if I go and change this value to instead of 5, I'll go for 10. So it will be giving 100. Can you see that?
Okay.
Right. This will be very, very helpful. Like when you are doing the income tax calculations, like finding your gross total income and calculation of tax on the above, we always go for multiple of 5 or multiple of nearest one value. All these things are there very much required. Or nowadays, GST also compliances when you go for the GST calculation filing or your GTR 3A or 3B forms and all. So most of the time, it's any template you talk about it, nobody likes to see the decimals. So basic rounding off, can I take that? Everybody's clear with it. Now.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are going to take now the next example. Just see over here. We have got a prices column. You could notice it is the combinations of the data like positive and negative, both are there in the column. Now, looking at the same, my boss is not happy and he is immediately asking me, Prabhas, why don't you do one thing? Just get me the data which is positive in nature in the next column. So boss doesn't want to see the negatives. He's expecting the values which is positive only to be appear in the next column. So now the question is, looking at the data, how do you decide it's negative? I asked a simple question. If it is within brackets or if it is starting with a dash or hyphen symbol, it's negative. If none of them is available, it's positive. Do you agree with me? This is how we take a call, correct?
Yes,
right. Now, if I ask you, please logically decide whether the data is positive or negative. So what you will do, you will go and check one by one cell. If it is greater than 0, positive. If it is less than 0, negative. This is how we'll do the logical check, correct? Right. Now the same thing we have to do it in Excel. So whatever we do it manually, the same thing we have to do it in Excel. So how Excel is going to do the job? Let's see. First 1 minute, watch my screen. I will select my all the cells. I'll go for a logical calculation purpose, logical formula called if. So what if is demanding logical test? Logical test purpose, I need to depend upon a cell where I need to conduct a test. That is towards my left, prices column, first value, yes. What is the test I need to do? Is it greater than 0? This is the test. So the entire setup now becomes my logical test. So what is logical test? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, comma. What is the next one it is asking? Ideally, when we do a test, either from the test we get success or we get failure. Similarly, the logical calculus also, it is asking value if true, that is called success, value if false, if it is a failure. So value if true, what does it mean? The meaning is if the value is greater than 0, in the next column, what we are looking for? The same value. If the value is more than 0, in the next column, the same value only we are expecting. Boss is asking that only, correct? Right, people?
Yes, yes.
Comma. What's the next one? Value if false, because Excel doesn't know whether the value is more than 0 or less than 0. So we have to give both the parameters. So more than 0, if it is, then the same value should appear. If it is not greater than 0, it's a simple message. Definitely it is less than 0. But we do not want the same value to be populated in the next column. But there should be some setup in the next column. We need to provide 0, hash, nil, not available, not applicable, anything you want to write. You can write within 2 double inverted commas or quotes or quotation marks. But here we are working as a template. So template ideally should remain blank. And to define as a blank cell, we must go for 2 immediate double inverted quotes. So that is what it's a self-implied message. The cell will remain blank. Here people commits a mistake. They define 2 double quotation marks, but they define a space in between that. That is really annoying because space is, though it is not visible, but it is identified or counted as a character by Excel. So this is the reason why when you are defining a blank cell in the formula, you should be careful. Just define only 2 double inverted quotes. Bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell. But we need to apply for the rest. Shortcut, Control Enter. And see the beauty, we got the records. Now when I go for this is going to help me out. So just check it out. Is it working?
Once it is showing all false to me.
All?
Okay. False.
No. What you have typed the formula? What you have typed the formula?
If
Mm-hmm.
equals
Mm-hmm.
if
Mm-hmm.
then tab and then the value E4 E32
Mm-hmm.
is greater than
You have put
0.
the greater than symbol you have applied, right?
Yeah, greater than symbol.
Okay. Comma. Then.
Greater than comma
Mm-hmm.
comma then greater value. So but I want so I quotes.
No.
Quotes.
E32 greater than 0, comma, then again E32. Then again E32.
Okay, we want to
course, what
Okay.
exactly you are expecting. If it is true, what you want, that you have to define first.
E32 and then
Yeah, then comma, then two double quotation marks. Hmm. So this is what the logical formula for Excel.
showing only the name question mark for okay.
No, for the first case, did you receive 103.2?
No, it is
Just
showing
spell out the formula.
E30. I'm saying it is shall I share my screen? E32 is greater than 0, comma E32 on E it is coming two dots. I don't know why.
No.
Dots is coming on top of E.
Maybe the formula what you have given E32, maybe in the brackets you would have given, and double quotation marks you would have given. Check it out.
Yes.
So in the chart box also I'm typing all these things. You can also cross check. No, just plain text is equal to if parenthesis open, bracket open, E32, no quotation, nothing, greater than 0, comma, again E32, no quotations, nothing, comma, then two immediate double inverted commas, like shift and double inverted quotes. All right.
Yeah, I got it done. Yeah, thanks.
Comment for all the cells published automatically.
If you have got one cell, just double click on that drag button. I'm highlighting, you can see. Just double click on that drag button. Automatically that will be applied for all. All right.
Yeah.
So how to work around with our, yeah.
I just pulled it instead of double clicking it.
You pulled means 10,000 cases. How you'll pull exactly? If it is there, don't make a habit of pulling that things. That's why I give you those very ready-made options, time-saving options. Make use of that. Double click on that same.
It worked. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks.
Right. So now, the moment we have gone for this simple if logical formula, how it works, we have understood. Again, I'm asking the question. Do you get the answer? Yes, you said. But are you happy with the answer, the way we got it? Yes, of course, we got the answer. Then must be happy. What is there? Well, this is what, friends, our experts suggest us to do the job like this. Yeah, experts suggest us. Now, in this case, why I do not recommend this formula over here in Excel, because remember one thing, as I told you in the beginning, the more the if formula, file size will be more. So if formula should not be your first choice. If you do not have any other options, always go for if formula in the worst case. So now, since this is going to be occupying more space, what would be the alternate solution where I can make my formula length minimum and file size is also reduced? Let's see. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. We go for a formula called over here, say is equal to max. We know max formula, what it does. Max formula always finds out the maximum value in a range, correct?
Yes.
Similarly, it demands me the number one. Number one, I'll be taking from the prices column. Okay, comma. What it asks me, number two. So number two, I'll put it across over here. What? See, the moment we compare the data to find out logically whether it is positive or negative, which value we have compared with? We compared with 0. So this is what again I am going to do. Number 2 is nothing but 0. So what I am giving the command to Excel, between the number of our prices column and 0, which is more, that alone you return. So we are not discussing anything below 0 cases over here, right? Formula length become very less, job becomes very simple, very easy to understand. Control enter. Now you see, keeping yourself in the audience shoes, if you look at which one you prefer to see, option 1 or option 2.
Option 2, sir.
So that will be anybody's choice. So this is how people always remember how to keep your formula length minimum, so that the file size will not be heavy and the data processing also will be faster. All right. I believe everything is clear so far, whatever we discussed. Right. So now we'll go for a short break of 10 minutes. Okay. You can have a cup of tea or coffee and come back soon. So in my system, it is 4:16. Dot again 4:20 or 21, anything. We'll be catching up later. So please have a brisk and come back soon. We'll discuss.
Sure, sure.
So I believe everybody is back. Could you please respond in the chat box? Why for yes?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes, Pravas.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So before break, okay. Max formula 1 second. Yes, Rajat, no problem. See, what we are trying to do is the logic we are putting it across in such a way, going to max, taking the number. Okay. Ideally, what we do, we take a range. This is what we have learned. But technical, the formula, what it does, it always take the separate numbers and then it finds out which is the maximum. So when you take the range also, it always picks the individual values. So this is what we are doing again over here is equal to max, taking the prices column over here, comma, then we are putting it across. Then logically, when we started working with to come to check whether the value is positive or negative, we have taken the help of 0, because 0 we keep it as a base. Anything above 0 positive, anything below 0 negative. The same thing we are putting again over here, the base. So we are asking Excel to perform a calculation between the number and prices, which is max, which is more. That should be returned as a answer. And we are not discussing anything below 0 cases. So that's why it become very simple and precise answer. And we got the answer like this. All right. Hope it is clear, Rajat. Okay. So now we are going to discuss the question number 4. Okay. So here what we are going to do is we are going to discuss a very beautiful example. Say, take an example, we have furnished one contract or agreement or AMC of HP printer on 11th December 2019. And we have fixed the period as 16 months. So the AMC period is of 16 months. Now I need to find out when this contract is going to be expired. We need to find out the result of that. Okay. Alternate, okay, way of applying control enter. So the alternate way is nothing but the orthodox method. What you have, you are dragging it, you double click on the fill handle. All these things are the alternate options. Just going to the drop, your drag options, you drag like this, or you double click on this, or you select or control D or control R. All these things are nothing but the replacement of that. Okay. Now, coming to the next over here. So 11th December 2019, we have furnished one AMC for HP printer and duration we fixed for 16 months. Now, what is the objective? We need to find out when this contract is going to be expired so that we can do the right task like renewal of the contract, or we want to stop the service. If the asset is not to use or we have sold it as a scrap, then there's no point of continuing the AMC for that. So all whatever it is we are discussing, we want to take a call. But unless and until we have the date of expiry, we cannot do that. So if you take the first case itself, manually check 11th December 2019, after 16 months, what would be the date? Just manually check and let me know what will be the date.
It will be April 2021, 11 April 2020.
Right.
11 June 2020.
Right. So the same thing, each and every case, we need to identify the proper date of expiry. So one thing for sure, we know that whenever there is a date related calculations to be done, we have to be pinpoint accurate even for a single day. We cannot take that, okay, plus or minus or approximate 1 day difference, it will be accepted. No, this kind of things are not acceptable. So in this case, to make it accurate, what we can do, our experts, they will suggest a lengthy formulas, but I'll tell you very precise, we have a very beautiful formula naming called, first watch my screen, E date. E stands for electronic date. People call it as an end date. No, technically it is electronic date. What it demands me is the start date. You can see it's having the start date. So start date is nothing but my date of AMC, comma. What's the next one? Months. So months ready-made also we do have in the left side. Fine. Bracket close. Formula is ready. Pretty simple. But we need to apply for rest. Control Enter. We know. But the problem is the answer is coming up in a different format. So what is this format you believe? What is this format?
It is a integer, general format.
This is number.
Date.
It's a general
To
format.
the date format.
Okay. So first, let us have a basic understanding how Excel recognize the data over here by data types. Okay. So let me take you through something. No need to do anything. Just look at my screen. See, what is today's date?
12th November.
12th November. So control semicolon. When you go for control semicolon, a keyboard shortcut, control with colon and semicolon, one key is there. So control semicolon will be giving you today's date. That's fine. Now, this date, when I take it over here, okay, this date, when I take it over here, okay, technically, this is what the number behind this date is working. So this is called our general format. Okay, same data, date only, but technically this is a different format, general. Similarly, same data, I'm going to take it over here. This is called our number format. Okay. Same data, again, I'm going to take it over here. Okay. This is called our time format. Value remains the same, only format, that is window dressing, is changing. Now the same data over here, this is called our date format. Okay. Again, I'm taking the same data, but this is what we call it as our currency format. This is called currency format. Okay. Now same data again I'm taking. This is called percentage format. So technically in Excel, the data is being recognized by the data formats. So now if you look at our case, what is that format we have? Which is one is matching with that? Is this the format?
General.
Right. So this is our general format. But what we are expecting?
Date format.
Date format. So in this case, our experts, they will suggest you, or what is the practice we have, selecting the same, right click, format cells, going to the date and changing the format, which is really a tedious process. What I suggest over here is any point of time to convert any format of your Excel to date format, simple. Control, Shift, and 3. I repeat, Control, Shift, and 3. Where the hash key is there, that 3 you have to use. If you are having a num keypad towards your right side and there also 3 is there, you cannot use that. So Control, Shift, and 3 to convert any format to date format. Let's check it out. Control, Shift, and 3. Is it changing? Yes. So this is how we have understood how to work around with our eDate formula over here, and how this is playing a role we have understood. What happened over here? So we are completely today. So kindly check, is it working? Yes, anybody's mic is on. Could you please keep it on mute? If you have any questions, you can ask, no issues. But ensure all the time mic is on, mic is on mute. So business maths, our eDate case, whatever the computations we made to find out the date of renewal, date of completion, or if it is a investment related document, suppose a date of maturity, if it is a bank guarantee, anything you are maintaining in Excel as a data sets or database, you can always take the help of these formulas, which will be very helpful.
So what's the shortcut key you said to change the general to eDate?
That's what I have given you. You're watching my screen now.
Okay, control, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, control.
And 3, Control, Shift, and 3. So we have done with our business maths, correct? Any doubt, any queries in this formula, eDate?
Hi, Prabhas.
Yep, tell me.
Yeah, is it could be applicable to also weeks instead of months?
Weeks, if it is a number, you can take that number of weeks you have to convert into number of months. Then you can use it because formula is for only months, no?
Okay. So, for example, if it is something like 12 weeks or 11 weeks.
So 12 weeks, then you have to convert into months because formula input is months.
Okay. Just don't consider it as a round up. Maybe 11 weeks you take it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you go for 11 weeks, suppose here we go for 15 weeks. See, you can take the fourth case, 15 weeks. So what I can do, the formula is equal to eDate. If I want to go for it, then I'll go for start date, comma, taking the number of weeks, I need to divide by 4. Ideally, considering that 4 weeks in a month. So I have to divide by 4. Then I'll be getting a date, and then I can simply go for over here, converting the same into date format. Okay, Bhaskar, what is the result you are getting? You can see what is the formula you have taken that you see, Bhaskar. Okay. Oh, it's the same only. 12, 22nd December. Okay. So 15 August, 11th April, 23rd August. Just open the, read out the formula. Just copy paste the formula in the chat box. Let me see. Because date format is just changing. It's not a problem. Copy paste any of the formulas, that four cells, whatever the formula you have applied, copy and paste in the chat box one. You have taken 16 manually. You have taken 16 manually. You cannot take 16 manually. You have to refer to that cell. The month cell you have to refer. Yeah. All right. So with this, we have completed our business maths, people. Now we'll go for the next. The sheet name is called data presentation. Okay. Now, whenever you have some numbers in place, or if you have done some numerical value calculation, how to present it effectively in terms of making it more informative, we are going to discuss. Say, take an example over here. Suppose my boss asked me, Prabhas, get me the entire revenue report for the whole year. So whatever the Excel sheets I had prepared in terms of product wise or department wise, cost center wise, I have opened everything, and this is what I have consolidated, and the final summary is prepared out of that. That's fine. Data is ready for dispatch. Whatever my boss was asking, I have done it ready with it. Okay. Now in this case, the moment, yeah. Bhaskar, I am just keeping your mic on mute. So if you have any queries, you can unmute and ask, not an issue. Okay. Thank you. Right. So here, the moment we have done with this over here, okay. Now the question is, what we prepared and present over here, anybody can do that. It's not something a difficult task or something extraordinary we did or some kind of innovative ideas we have or any kind of unique approach is there. It's a simple presentation. Anybody can do. So now the question is, what else we can do to make it informative, or what else we can add it so that there will be a value additions to the data, or what else we can incorporate along with this so that when we present it to the audience, they will be quite happy and watching our presentation, they will be giving a compliment to our work. So think about it. We're always working with Excel already. So what is the best thing it comes to your mind? You can share with me.
It can be a graph chart like bar, a column chart.
Right, very good. So entire 12 months data, we can make it as a graphical presentation, line, column, bar, by, anything we feel good, we can do that. Not an issue. Yeah. What else?
Max profitable month.
Yeah, so which month we have got the maximum revenue, which month we have got the least revenue, that we can highlight it separately and showcase it. Yes, that can be done. What else?
Low performing month. and trend. I mean, trend in a sense. How much is the difference between the each month?
Okay, that is what we technically call as month and month growth, M growth.
Yeah.
So Jan to
Yeah.
Feb, Feb to March, March to April, how the things are, revenue is increasing trend or decreasing trend. So all those things we can go for. No highest to lowest, Rajat, because this is a timeline based data. You cannot, Bhaskar, you cannot sort the data in this case. Okay. So timeline based data like date wise records, month wise records, year wise records, you cannot sort it out. This is one rule, always remember. Anyway, so these are the things mostly we require and we present it over here. Yes, Rajat, that's fine. Okay. Now, technically, what are the things missing and how to make some improvements? Let's go and have a discussion. See, first and foremost thing is the data is having some minimum requirement called total. In data, total is not there. Can you see that? We think about a lot of pictures, larger pictures, charts, graphs, max, minimum, but minimum formula that is total is missing. So let's do that first. Keep your cursor in the total cell and go for Alt equal to. It will be giving total. Okay. Are you getting the same? 33,715. Alt equal to. Press together. This will be giving you the total. So Alt equal to is meant for quick sum. So total is ready. Now, what I have prepared, just stay focused, please. What I have prepared, the revenue in terms of billions, millions, lakhs, and crores, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But when I'm going to present the same to my management, to my global leaders, to my stakeholders, whoever, the top managerial person, executives, then in that case, they are not worried about this kind of billions, billions, lakhs, and crores. They want to see the revenue data, but that should be in terms of percentage. So we need to create one more column naming revenue percentage. So please go for it. Create one more column, revenue percentage. Now, once we have done with this, what should be the formula for revenue percentage calculation? So first 1 minute, watch my screen. Observe what I'm doing. Next 1 minute, you can try. Whatever the data we have for the month of Jan, that should be divided with the total revenue. Okay. But when I copy this formula towards down, only month-wise revenue data should move down, but the total revenue should not move down. Do you agree? For revenue percentage calculations, what we are doing, what we discussed, do you agree with that? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So we need to go for locking the same. Okay, we did it. But we are looking for the data in terms of percentage. So ideally what we do, we go and again multiply with 100, which is not essential, which is not required. Why unnecessarily we'll go on making our formula length more? So with this, we complete our formula. Formula is leaving me the answer in terms of decimals, but technically I have to present the data in terms of percentage. So what we can do, as I told you for date, there is a simple keyboard shortcut. Any point of time, any format to convert into percentage format. Control, Shift, 5. See the numerical 5, it is containing this kind of percentage symbol. So Control, Shift, and 5 will be helping you to convert any format to percentage format. Check it out. Is it changing? Yes. Same we can apply for the other cases. Double click on the fill handle and this is ready. And the total, is it showing 100%? Yes. So this is how we have understood how to add one more column as a value additions to the data, presenting the same with revenue percentage. Check it out. Any doubt, any queries, ask me.
So how this 11% based on what it is being calculated? That 11%, 12%.
That's what 11% is from the total revenue for the whole year. This is the revenue for the whole year.
Oh,
And out of
okay.
that, Feb month is nothing but 11%. So 11%, how it has Feb month revenue divided by total revenue, and that is presented with percentage. Okay, so here first question, Rajat, how to convert it into percentage? I told you Control, Shift, and 5. Okay. Next question. Mohammed is asking, Prabhas, where do we do the double click? Double click on the fill handle button. Fill handle button in the sense the button which you actually technically drag. So this button you have to go for double click. The bottom right corner. This is called fill handle button or drag button. This button needs to be double clicked. Okay. Now coming to, okay, Deepak has mentioned, Vasu, there is a need to use the increase decimal button for accuracy. Yeah, you can, Oscar, if it is needed, you can do that. And I told you to increase the decimal, you can go for this in this format, home, and increase decimal. It's up to you.
This Control Shift and F5 is not working for me.
Not F5, Control Shift 5. Control Shift 5. 5 is the numerical key which contains the percentage symbol. All right. So revenue percentage column, is it clear for everyone? Any doubt, any queries?
Actually, for some of the field, it is coming div/0.
No, you have not logged it. I told you that's what, see, Jan has to be divided with total revenue. Again, Feb also has to be divided with total revenue only. So Jan, Feb, March should move, but not the total revenue. That's why we need to lock it. So that is missing. Just check. Yeah. So Mohammed, for quick sum, Alt equal to, this is what over here, Alt equal to.
That alt equal to not working, Prabhas.
From which side Alt you are pressing? From the right side of your keyboard? There are two
Left.
Alt keys.
Left side.
So left side key definitely work. Which brand of laptop you are using? Which brand of laptop you are using?
Oh, I'm using like that wireless keyboard.
Okay, okay. So just use the inbuilt and check it out. I mean, in the laptop, if you're using,
Check from the laptop.
yeah, just check it out. Alt equal to Alt from the left side Alt key and equal to sign. If you press together, this will help you to get the sum formula immediately applied. Then you have to hit enter. That's it.
Alt equal to and hit enter.
Yeah.
not coming from.
Okay, if it is not coming, don't worry. Just keep the cursor in total cell. Keep the cursor in total cell. Go to home tab. There is a sigma option over here. See, there is a auto sum. Sigma option is there in the home tab, extreme right.
Yes.
That you can take it all the time. That is nothing but the keyboard shortcut alt equal to, also expressed over here in C.
With that it is coming.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, if that is not keyboard shortcut is not working, then you can use this option also. No problem. Well, so I consider everyone is clear with the revenue percentage column as a value addition to the data to make it more informative. Now, what else we can do? Just say, again, first 1 minute, watch my screen, observe what I'm doing, understand. Next 1 minute, you can try. The next one is we can compare the data from month and month and we can showcase the result. So that column, we name it as growth. So please create a column, naming called growth. Okay. Now, growth, as I told you, since my Jan month is the first month of the year, do I have anything to compare with before Jan? I repeat, listen to me, please. Since Jan month is the first month of my year, do I have anything before Jan to compare with?
No.
So,
No.
what would be the Jan month growth? Is nothing but nil. This is default, nothing but nil. Now, when I go to Feb, I have got something to compare with, isn't it? So what should be the formula for Feb growth? Equal to Feb month revenue minus Jan month revenue. Do you agree? Basic mathematics, nothing much we are doing. For Feb month, if I want to find out what is the difference or growth, taking the Feb minus Jan, you can come to know.
Yes, sir, correct.
So this is giving me a value that from Jan to Feb, my revenue is in the decreasing trend. Now the same we need to apply for the other cases. Just double click on that fill handle again and things are ready. So this is how we can make out one more column naming called growth and confirm in the chat box once it is done. Y for yes.
Because just place your cursor on C5 column once.
B5.
C5.
C5.
Just click
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
Just
Mhm.
thank you, Ross.
Right. No problem. So growth in terms of value, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But when I'm presenting the data to the management, definitely they are not worried about the differences in terms of lakhs, crores, billions, millions. They want to see the difference in terms of percentage. So our next column as a value addition, we can create naming called growth percentage. So please create a column, growth percentage. Now, what should be the formula? Just stay focused for a minute, try to understand the logic. See, since Jan month growth is nil, growth percentage also will be nil. Do you agree? Since
Yes.
Jan month growth is nil, growth percentage also will be nil. Now, the moment
Yes, sir.
yeah, thank you. So now the moment we come to Feb, what should be the formula? Stay focused. Whatever the growth we have identified, though it is positive or negative, whatever it is, that should be divided by the base month. So for Feb, what is the base? Base is the Jan. Do you agree with the formula? And the moment I hit enter, it gives me the answer in terms of decimal. But I told you to convert our data into percentage, since growth percentage we are looking for, what should the shortcut? Anybody quickly?
Control Shift 5.
Very good.
Control Shift 5.
Yes. Now the same, once it is converted, we need to apply for the rest. Double click on the fill handle and we got our formula ready. It is populated. So please confirm, got your growth percentage column ready.
Can you repeat the shortcut of your percentage?
Control Shift and 5 press together.
Yeah.
So
Yes, any questions?
yeah. Actually, the growth should be Feb month divided by Jan month, right?
No. Growth should be divided now, right? Subtracted, because Feb month, whatever the revenue, that we have subtracted from the Jan month. That is the growth in terms of value. In growth in terms of numbers, you can say, in terms of number of units.
It is coming minus 17800%.
Well, that you don't convert to percentage, that you keep it as only the general format. I told you how to go for general. That also you can make it. Suppose, say, if you remember the moment we discussed about general format. So what is the meaning by general format? The general format is this format. This format. How to bring it to general format? See, any point of time on your keyboard, if you want to bring it to general format, Control, Shift, and this infinity symbol. Okay, I will just precisely tell you, please stay focused. Control, Shift, and infinitive symbol. So above to the tab key, there is a tilde symbol is there. This is called infinitive. Or technical language, if you talk about this key, is called tilde key, Tilde. So Control, Shift, and tilde to convert any format to general. Control Shift 1 to convert any format to number. Control Shift 2 convert any format to time. Control Shift 3 any format to what? We discussed, right? Date. Control Shift 4 any format to currency. Control Shift 5 any format to percentage. So this is how, starting from this infinity key till our percentage symbol, all these necessary formats are there, what we discussed. Okay, and the same thing precisely I have already given in the keyboard shortcuts list also. So if you go to our keyboard shortcut list file, there is already there with all these formats. See, Control Shift tilde, all these formats are there. Right? General, currency, percentage, scientific, date, time, number, all these things are there. All right. So growth in percentage. Okay, do you have the formulas written in our? Yes, Rajat, that's what I showed you. Now, Growth percentage is done. Okay. Ideally, what would be the next column? We should precisely present it as an informative. Okay. Just see, whenever we are presenting this kind of information, people, if I have completed my business for the month of Jan and somebody asked me, Prabhas, how much revenue you made? So what will be my answer? 3963 US dollar. Do you agree?
Yes.
If suppose same question I need to answer after completing my Feb month, what will be my answer? Jan plus Feb. Similarly, if I go and complete my March month, I need to answer the same question. What will be my answer? Jan plus Feb plus March. What do you call all these things?
So cumulative.
It's the cumulative
Some
data.
product.
No, not some product.
Cumulative revenue.
Right, cumulative data, or we can call it as a data accumulation. Okay. But when you come to your corporate jargons, you should use it properly. Okay. So in the reports, what would be the name? Not the cumulative data or accumulated data. We should name it as YTD, year to till date, YTD. Do you agree? You would have seen
Yeah.
also many reports or some
Yeah.
annual reports of the companies.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So now YTD, what should be the formula? Please stay focused for a minute. Understand? Next 1 minute you can try. Jan month, whatever the revenue we have made, that is nothing but going to be my YTD for the month of Jan. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go for equal to Jan month revenue. We have put in the formula. Is there anything wrong?
No.
The moment we go to Feb, what should be the YTD? Equal to, stay focused, Jan month YTD plus Feb month current revenue. Do you agree?
Yes.
Is it getting me the data cumulative fashion? Like this two value, whatever it comes, the total, is it showing in my Feb month YTD? Now, once it is done, the same formula I need to apply for rest. Double click on the fill handle. And how will I know that I am in the right track? The moment I go to my December month YTD, is it matching with my total revenue?
Yes, sir.
So we are in the right track. So this is how people, we should go for creating one more column called YTD. So please go for it. All right. So I believe YTD in terms of value, whatever we have achieved, everybody is clear with that.
Prabhas, I'm not. So I think I have done some mistake.
You tell me what in Jan month YTD.
No, actually, percentage itself not coming is coming wrong to me. So
Okay, share your screen, please.
yeah, so close. Percentage this.
No, growth. No. Growth, what you have identified, that to be presented in percentage, right? So D column, sixth, D6 should be divided by the base month. So that should be divided. Go for division. The slash. No, you are going for backslash. Go for the forward slash. Yeah. Now taking the base data for Feb, which is the base, is the Jan. So go for Jan month revenue. That is B5, B5. No, B5, not D5. B5. Enter.
Okay.
And that you have to convert into percentage. That you have to convert into percentage. Select and Control Shift 5. Select that cell and Control Shift and 5. Press together.
Yes, yeah, that okay. Now YTD.
Go to Jan month first. Jan month YTD first. So equal to, keep your cursor in F5. F5.
Okay. That is there.
Yeah.
F5.
Equal to Jan month revenue. That is B5.
B5. Okay. F5. Sorry.
Yeah. Enter.
F5. Right. This is. So January is B5, YTD is B5.
No, not dividing nothing and all. YTD, whatever the Jan month revenue is nothing but YTD for the month of Jan is same only. That you should complete and enter. Just hit enter.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay.
Then equal to taking the previous month YTD, that is F5, F5 plus current month revenue, that is Feb month revenue, B6.
E6.
Enter.
Okay.
So it will be giving me the data in a cumulative fashion. If you see Jan month revenue and Feb month revenue, automatically that will be coming up. So now if you go to December month YTD, is it matching with your B column total? That's what we did. Yeah. All right, so I'm taking the control back on the screen, and now we have done with our YTD in terms of value. Maybe our immediate boss would be happy watching the same as we discussed. But moment we go for our management people, they are looking for YTD, but that should be based on the percentage. So let's go for one more column, creating the same, naming YTD percentage. Okay. Now, YTD percentage, please stay focused for 1 minute. What exactly we need to define the formula? See, as we discussed, YTD is for the month of Jan is nothing but the Jan month revenue. We did it. Similarly, YTD percentage for the month of Jan is nothing but YTD percentage for the month of Jan is nothing but. Can we take Jan month revenue percentage? Right, people? If I can take Jan month revenue as YTD revenue, can I take Jan month revenue percentage as YTD percentage? Simple logic. Can we take?
Yeah, we can take.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll go for equal to revenue percentage for the month of Jan, and that will become my YTD percentage. We got the first one. Now, equal to YTD percentage for the month of Jan plus Feb month revenue percentage. Same logic for the values what we have applied. We are applying for the percentage also. And is it being cumulative now? 12 plus 11. Is it coming up 23? Yes. So now we can go for double click on the fill handle. And I told you how to check we are in the right track. The moment we go to December, is it matching with my revenue percentage column total? So we are in the right track. So this is how people again create one more column naming YTD percentage.
Sir, small query is there. Hello.
Yep.
Generally, what means, maybe I am wrong also, but generally percentage is not added that we thought.
Percentage is
uh,
not added. Where?
Yes, ideally the percentage should not be sum or added.
No, which column you are talking about, the data?
Means YTD percentage we are calculating here.
Right.
Uh, in that first is a straightforward revenue 12%, but second 12 plus 11%. Is it the right mathematically way?
Of course, yes.
Because
Of course, yes. Then if the same question now it is rising for you in YTD value case also, you should have asked me like that. Because here also we are taking the same 3963, here also 3963. But when we go to Feb, we are just making this value plus this value. We are adding over here. And that's why it is coming up 7748. So that's why it is.
that is that is correct. That is a number, sir. And here it is percentage.
Okay.
I think that ideally percentage should not be added because it is not a number.
It's not like that.
Mathematically
No,
adding
no,
the-
no, no, no. It's not like that. Who said all these things to you? It's not like that. See, when here you can bring it as the value of in terms of percentage. Here we can convert your values to percentage and you are getting 100%. Then why can't be over here? Right? So your YTD data we are calculating. So YTD data only we are making it like if suppose somebody asked you, just tell me in a layman terms, forget about the technical part, forget about mathematics, forget about everything. If suppose somebody asked me, Ki Prabhas, May month, if I look at how much revenue I have got it. So will I tell 8%? So what does it mean? That 8% is only the contribution of May month. Only May month we have got 8%, correct? And 8% of what? 8% of total revenue. So if I consider total revenue as 100%, out of that 8% I have achieved in the month of May. Do you agree?
Yes, yes.
Right. Now, similarly, if suppose somebody asked me, Prabhas, how much revenue you have got till May in the sense, since the year beginning till May, how much I have received. So what I'll say, I will add all these things, correct?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what is that value I'm getting?
That already we have F9 is there.
That is
So
what
we
I'm
can
saying.
divide F9 by
That is what
F7, B17
F9
instead of adding percentage.
F9 by which column you are saying?
Directly summation last figure B17. For example, I am expecting here means maybe I am wrong also. Please correct. I will think that YTD percentage generally in our industry we are calculating now. This F column we are dividing final figure, that is B17 each value, because YTD we have already calculated, and since we don't it is not mathematically instead of adding percentage.
Okay. I understood. So now if you go and calculate this divided by this, you are telling, right?
Yes, that way we are currently doing in our quality reports.
So what is that you are going to get? What is that?
That will give for near to 43%, but customers are saying percentage are not added, though it is coming near to it. Always do number by number division.
No. See the logic here also the same only. If it is a different value you are going to get, then logically this question or wrong or right something is come. Though you divide by this value or divide by this value and get your percentage. So you can ask me ideally, why don't you go for this? See, as we have divided the moment we go for revenue percentage, what I applied, the Jan month value divided with the total revenue. This is what we did. Did you remember?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
same thing
Correct.
here also. If I go for it, if you're asking, then you should have gone for this divided by the total, the grand total. I mean your
Total
this
is
December month, YTD. So that will be idle one. Yes, then I can go for locking the same, correct? And when I go
Yes, sir.
for it, Control Shift and 5, do I receive the same result?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, the way what you are asking, I will go for this data. Okay, you do not want to go for percentage. Okay, I'll divide it by this divided by the total revenue. Do you think that it is going to be something different? Same only. Just same.
Yes, sir.
It's the same. So I am making the things easy because YTD, how we have applied the logic, same way YTD percentage also for the understanding purpose. But here also the calculation same. Here also the same. At the end of the day, December month has to be 100%. You take whichever the logic comfortable for you, not a problem.
Yes.
All right. So I believe everyone is clear. Whatever we did, just imagine. We had only 2 columns earlier, but this much of task is pending. So this is the reason why whatever the task we do, people always think out of box and think what max we can give it over there as a value addition to the data. Then only people would be happy watching your presentation. All right. Now, do one thing, select or keep your cursor anywhere in the data and go for Control A. Control A. And there you go for one thing, that whenever you have multiple columns in place, always convert your data and give it a table feeling by applying the borders. How to apply the borders? Going to Home, Borders, or All Borders. This is what we apply with the help of mouse. If you would like to go for same with the keyboard shortcut, Alt, H for Home, B for Border, A for All Border. So I can type in the chat box, Alt, H for Home, B for Border, A for All Border. Just press one by one. No need to press together and struggle. And check, is it helping you to apply the borders to all the cells? Confirm. If you are not comfortable with keyboard shortcut, if you have the practice in mouse only, go for it. Not a problem. But if you ask me, I would recommend for keyboard shortcuts for saving the time. So borders are applied. Okay. Now, when you are presenting your data, always care for your bit of formatting part, because that adds more beauty and people also look at the things. Numbers, anybody can bring numbers, anybody can present, but how you are presenting your numbers again, that makes a lot of difference. So what we can do is select our month column to have some minimum formatting. What we do, how do you go for formatting? We apply colors. And where do you find the colors? In the Home tab, we have got fill color, we have got font color. Do you agree? In Home tab, we have got fill color, we have got font color. This is what we do all the time. And we feel this is what the world. No, trust me, more than this, we have something over here also called cell styles. In the same Home tab, you will be finding cell styles. Is there one option? Cell styles. Okay. And in this cell styles, if you look at, there is a section called themed cell styles. I'm highlighting, you can cross check even. And if you go for this will be giving a high definition, colorful buttons kind of stuffs look, and high contrast to the background with the font colors. So go for it. Similarly, first row also you select and go for Home tab, cell styles, and choose one color. So please do that. So is it clear so far, whatever we did, people?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Thank you. So once we have done with this, okay, the latest style of data presentation, what it says, if you have a multiple column based table, the first column should be aligned always towards left. The first column, it has to be always aligned to the left. Rest of the columns, you select except the first column, rest of the columns, it should be always aligned to the center. And to make it as a central alignment, in the Home tab, we have an option called Center. You can see. This is through the help of mouse, we can go for it, no problem. Now the same thing, if you want to do it with a quick keyboard shortcut, nothing but Alt H A C. So what does it mean? H for home, A for alignment, C for center. One by one. Again, no need to press together and struggle. And this is how we can make it a central alignment. Okay. So if you make the things better in Excel, you need to hardly struggle in PowerPoint. So that's why don't confine your limits only to just PowerPoint. If PowerPoint comes only, then will I think about my presentation part. Always make a practice of making the things better in Excel. So this is how we have understood how to make our data informative. Any doubt, any queries?
No, sir.
Right. So everyone is clear? Parman, Bhaskar,
Yeah, okay, yes.
Mohammed, Veda?
Yes, sir, yes.
That's clear.
Okay, great. Now, once we have done with this, come to the below set of data. Now we'll see how to make our data presentable. Okay. So similar data we have what we had earlier, month-wise revenue data. Okay. And I am presenting the same to my boss. Okay. How will I present it effectively? We are going to discuss that first. So keeping your cursor anywhere in the data set, go for Control A. And in the Home tab, if you go, there is a very beautiful option naming called Format as Table we do have. What's that? Format as Table. And when you navigate through this, it opens up with three broad categories: light, medium, and dark. Always go for light or medium, since I have told you in the beginning itself, the more the dark color in any Excel file, the file size will be more. So we'll go for one medium category, and when I click it, immediately a dialog box appears. And when you click OK with immediate effect, the transformation of your data is going to happen in terms of formatting. Alternate rows are highlighted. Column headers are defined properly with the guarded borders. Filter buttons are activated. And in the bottom page also a thick row is embedded. So all this happening at once because of format as table option. So check, able to navigate through your format as table options and you are getting the same feeling.
Well, that option is not coming. Format as table.
It is next to the conditional formatting. Do you see in the Home tab conditional formatting?
Yes, home. Conditional formatting is there, cell style, insert, delete, format.
Okay, you have got student version, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. That might be the problem. You can share your screen. Let me have a look.
Sure, sure.
Same problem is with me, so I cannot.
Yeah, could you let me see if I can help you something. Okay, so conditional formatting, cell styles. Fine. You go to your file menu and go to, okay, you are in the trial version something. Go to, what is that activated is showing?
What happened? This laptop I received from office, so like everything was deleted there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out of the VDI, so I'm not able to, I think, access all those.
Okay, fine. Go to settings. There's a tab called settings. Oh, a lot of optional features are missing. I mean, if you can have something, no, I don't think we can get it right now in this options.
Yeah, because like I think they have deleted everything in this.
Because this is what the trial versions like it is there. So all the limited features will be there. Right. Anybody else who was not getting?
Can I share my
Yeah,
screen?
yeah, please do that. Okay, go for this home tab.
What is table?
No, I can't see that. I mean,
Conditional formatting.
yeah,
Are you able to?
next to no, I can't see the screen. Please do something.
Oh, okay.
Now you are getting it. After conditional
Oh,
formatting,
sorry,
format as table. For you, it is there. No problem. You can use that. Okay.
So, file sorry. Home
Come down, come down. You come down.
conditional format as a table. And then I can select any table, right?
Right.
It is asking for value.
No, a dialog box is appearing, right?
Dialog box is appearing.
Click OK. Click OK. No, where is the cursor? The cursor is your outside. See, select the data below. No, not this data. Below that, below to that, we have a set of data also. Below to this. Come down.
This one, right?
No, I'm not getting the real time. That data you can select, keeping the cursor, Control A, and go to Home tab, Format as Table, and go for any medium category out of this.
That is. Oh yes, that. Okay.
Then click OK. It will be
done.
Right. Fine then. So I'm taking the control back in the screen. And now, the moment we have done with this, of course, my boss likes to see that and he is appreciating my job and he's telling, wow, today somewhat looking different, Prabhas, your data. How come overnight something different? Because till yesterday, I never happened to see. Then what will I say? Of course, I'll say to him, I always ask for requesting you to allow me for attending one Excel training program, but you always say that work is there, but this time when you allowed, fortunately you allowed me, and this is what the outcome, I could learn all these things and I could implement. So this is what I said, all these things. Okay, my boss is quite happy and giving a compliment to my work. We know one thing, when boss is happy, what happens? Increment, promotion, elevations to the next level, forget it, it's not going to happen. So only thing is, immediately workload increases because of the expectation level goes high. So same thing happened with me. What my boss is saying, Prabhas, if this is the revenue data, could you please let me know how much incentives we have paid while generating this much of revenue? Well, so we need to create one more column first, naming called incentive, and check the moment you hit enter. Are you getting the similar formatting carried forward to the next column immediately, instantly? Yes, people?
But we'll have to put enter, right?
Yeah, incentive
Shift
and
enter.
just enter. So automatically the same formatting of table format will be carried forward to the incentive column as well. Able to see that?
Yes, yes.
Right. So we no need to work for the formatting. Excel is ready to give the helping hand. Fine. See how much time we are saving. Now coming to incentive. Now suppose say in our organization we have a uniform policy. Whatever the billing we make, out of that 2% we declare always as an incentive to our people. Well, now 3963 is there. Out of that 2% we need to calculate as an incentive. So what should be the formula? See the beauty. I'll go for equal to and taking the Jan month revenue. It will take automatically this kind of square bracket at the rate symbol revenue USD column header. So don't be panic and don't type those things manually. Just take the reference of B24. It will show like this. Then multiply. How many percentage? 2%. And see the beauty. The moment you hit enter, it is not only going to apply for a particular cell, but also the entire column. Can you imagine how your speed is increasing because of format as table option? Check it out, please. Right, people?
Yeah.
Now, revenue is ready, incentive is ready. Ideally, what would be the next column? Net revenue. So let's go and create one more column, naming called net revenue. Okay. So again, the similar formatting carried forward, no issues. What should be the formula for net revenue calculations? Basic mathematics, anybody? What should be the formula for net revenue calculation?
Revenue minus incentive.
Simple. Incentive, whatever we have got it, that we are going to deduct from the revenue. So revenue minus incentive. Simple. And then again, the moment you hit enter, this is going to give you the net revenue column, right? So because of format as table option, how the data entry work becomes more easy for us, you can also have the understanding, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
So Prabhas, can you just help me with the incentive once again?
So equal to B24, you click the cell B24, multiply by 2%. Yep, welcome. Now, once we have done with this, as I told you, when you have multiple columns in place, okay, we need to care for a little bit of formatting part. But before that, if you look at our data, as I told you, our data doesn't have the total. Technically, we are not going to create the total manually. How to bring it? Just see, since we are working with people, our table format, this will be more easy. How? Keep your cursor anywhere in this table. If you see, there is an extreme right option is on in the ribbon menu, naming called design, table design, or table options, depending upon the versions. Can you see? If you keep your cursor anywhere in the table, a table design option is on. And within that, there is an option called total row, which is not selected. The checkbox is not selected of total row. So you got to select that. That's it. And immediately you will be finding over here in the bottom side of the data set, you got a row ready taking a total, and this is showing only the total of net revenue. What if I want to have the revenue column total? Simple. I can select that cell. Immediately, one drop down button will be activated in that cell, and I need to click it. So it will be showing me the list of formulas. Ideally, for total, which formula will work for us? We know sum, right? So when I go for sum function, immediately this will be also giving a total. So this is how we have understood over here how to bring the total now in this place. So keeping the cursor in table, table design, and total row. All of you are getting the same total.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, keep your cursor in the header. Keep your cursor in that header of the table. All right. And go for Control A. The entire table would be selected. Control A. And now, as I told you, always give a feel of a table by applying the borders. What is the shortcut for application of borders? Anybody?
H B
Alt H B A.
Right. Alt H B A, one by one. So first Alt, remove the finger, then H, remove the finger, then B, remove the finger, then A. That's it. So borders are applied. As I told you, the latest data style of presentation is the first column should be always aligned to the left. Rest of the columns should be aligned to the center. And center, how to go for it with the help of keyboard shortcut?
Alt H A C, one by
Alt
one.
H A C, one by one. Very good. So we have got our data also aligned to the center. But here one more problem is the data headers are not properly visible, and sometimes what it happens when you copy and paste from one Excel to other also, we get the hash key kind of symbols. And what we do in those cases, we take our mouse pointer to each and every column header and double click, keep expanding, which is really a time consuming job. So what we can do, the best option is I can select those three columns: revenue, incentive, and net revenue. We have a very beautiful option, nothing but to adjust the column based on the number of characters over there. Like going for Alt, O for format, C for column, A for autofit. So autofit of column width, what is that? Alt, O, C, A. Column autofit. If you are not comfortable using keyboard shortcuts, we do have an option in our ribbon menu through the mouse. Going to home, going to format, going to auto fit of column width. So here also you can navigate that command and you can apply it. All right. So far clear, people, what we did. Any doubt, any queries? Anybody?
No. Auto fit row height or right
Auto fit column width.
column.
Because this is the best way to hit 365.
Yeah. It is really a nice version of Office 365. I would recommend. So you're asking where to get?
Yeah, which way to get it? Because like always they're asking for this paid services.
Of course, Microsoft has suffered a lot because of China. You know, Microsoft, before releasing a new version, China is having the duplicate or piracy of that. That is the reason why they did not control them, and finally they just got for this subscription version. As long as you are connected to their server, you will be getting the entire updated features, this, that, and all formatting. And once you are not paying the royalty, you are disconnected.
Okay.
This is how it is. So if you are having your office, I mean, if your office laptop, then definitely you have to go for subscription corporate license. If you are looking for personalized license, then if you go for Microsoft, of course, you have to pay a royalty or a one-time purchase. It will be taking you minimum, say, 15 to 10 to 15K. It will take. If you are going for a one-user license or basic version, it will be taking some 7K, including GST, something like that. It is. But really, you need for yourself.
Oh, no, the office.
Then office IT department, they will be working with that, because corporate license are something different. Enterprises, professional plus, all this kind of license.
Because in the office, when I entered the VDI, then like Excel and all, everything has like lot of options.
That is your server license. That is your server license. That is Office 365 web versions, because in the office network environment only it will work, as long as you're connected with Office intranet. All right, Veda, did you get net revenue? It is simple: revenue minus incentive, B24 minus C24.
Yes, sir, got it.
Right. No, I mean, why I'm asking about this Office 365, are you looking for your personal license? Because, see, one of my friend is there in Delhi, to be frank with you, and he purchased some bulk licenses, okay? And he just sell it out in a mere amount of 3K, 4K, something like that, whichever. It's a educational license, but you will be getting the entire lifetime subscription from Microsoft. So if at all you are looking for yourself, you can reach out to me. I can get you with mere amount. You don't need to pay 15K, 20K something buying from the Microsoft. And you'll be getting all the flavors of 365. Right. So now the moment we have done with these people over here, okay, now one more beautiful feature I would like to tell you. But before that, as I told you in the beginning, whenever we are working in Excel data is being recognized by the proper data type. So if our date is there, we have to present in proper date format. If number is there, then proper number format. So this is what now we are going to look into. In our case, our revenue data, whatever the numbers or incentive or net revenue, if you look at all the numbers, it is not expressed yet with a number format. So you can select all your numbers, and I told you how to convert any format to number format. What is the shortcut? Anybody?
Control Shift to 1.
Right. Go for it.
What?
Go for it. Control, Shift, and 1. And when you go for it, do you see uniformly all the places one decimal is there, post decimal 2 characters are available, and before decimal 1000 separators also available? Do you see that? Control Shift 1. If you go and apply, is it having all these changes on the screen? Now, once we have done with this, if you do not like post decimal the characters, this is not playing any role. You can go for simple decrease decimal, like tap twice, decrease decimal, or you can go for Alt H9, Alt H9. Like that, you can go for it. The keyboard shortcut also to decrease decimal. Okay. So same thing, like from the menu options only we are using, but with the help of keyboard shortcuts. How? Selecting the data, Alt. What Alt does? All these ribbon menus, whatever the options are there, and what is the keyboard shortcuts assigned to that, it is listed over here. Now I need to navigate to the home. So home purpose, H, I'll go for it. Then within home, what is that option I need to go for? Decrease decimal, 9. So Alt H9. That is how I come to know. You don't need to remember all these keyboard shortcuts. In the menu itself, it is there. So some keyboard features are there in the ribbon menu that you can use also over there instead of taking the mouse and navigating through this. All right. So this is about our data presentation sheet, how to make our data informative and how to make our data presentable. We got a clarity on that. And as I told you, if you do all these things in Excel, you hardly need to struggle in PowerPoint. Fine. So this is it from our day one. Any doubt, any queries for the day with regard to any formula, any function, or if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, all clear?
Sir, I have a question.
Please.
This is Rajat.
Yeah.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Can you see my screen from us, sir?
Yeah, I can see.
So
1 minute,
after creating this, I was-
Rajat, 1 minute. Rajat, 1 minute. Ranjit, could you please keep your mic on mute? Yeah, yes, Rajat.
So we have created this data, right?
Right.
I have tried creating this parallelly when we were discussing other things. So I was able to create this revenue percentage, the growth. However, this growth percentage is coming something different, which I'm not able to figure out why it is coming.
Okay, show me the formula. Show me the formula. Keep the cursor. Okay, yeah. Growth percentage, you have taken the wrong formula. You have taken the growth that should be divided by the Jan month, not deduction.
What is
Divided.
Not
Division.
Okay.
Now go and apply for the others. Yes, perfect. Right.
Great, thank you.
No problem. Yes, anybody else is having any of the doubts?
Will you be sharing the recording of today's thing?
Yes, that I have committed all the time. I mean, in fact, last time also when you attended PPT training on the same day, maximum by 8 p.m., it will be reaching to you.
Sometimes one of the days it got delayed, so that's why I just.
No, see, sometimes what is happening, no recordings, when it is conversion taking time and some technical glitches would be there, else it will not be having a delay. And I would have definitely informed you if there is a delay, the reasons also would have been stated to you why there is a delay.
Yeah. 90% always comes on time. 10%
Yeah.
gets missed.
Yes. No, that's what it's after at the end of the day, it's about the gadgets, technology, and conversions. That is what the problem, because I want to keep it very precise so that you don't need to take much time to download and the clarity should be there. So all those things purpose, I need to have some QC. All right. So now, before coming to the close of the session, let me declare what is the agenda for tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be discussing with some more formulas, functions, data analytical tools to do some kind of decision-making jobs, and how to handle our errors in the data. And when you download the data from SAP or ERP system, how to clean the data with no time, being like a professional over here, and how to explore the AI features of Excel and how to use the same for data cleansing, then how to present your data effectively and navigations controls, how to put it across with you so that you can keep your audience engaged with your data presentation. Then how to visualize our data, we are going to discuss tomorrow that one. So that will be our tomorrow's agenda. But before coming to the closer, I would like to ask something. If at all anything is missing, we have got all the sessions, rest is there, 3 sessions, so I can incorporate on them. So I'll be asking the question, I'll be seeking your support in the chat box with the answer yes or no. So can we maintain the same speed for the rest of the classes? Yes, no? Or if you have any opinion to increase a bit, you can also share. Okay. Now, the reason why I asked the option about increase also, because as per the scheduled topics, what we are supposed to cover, okay, we are a little bit lagging behind. But yes, with your support, we can cover it up if you practice well. That's what I told you. Practice is very, very essential. Okay. So in that case, you need to day wise, you need to practice well and be ready for day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 1 to day 2. Of course, we have got the consecutive days, but day 2 to day 3. So day 1, day 2, whatever you are learning, you are going to again implement in day 3, day 4. So unless and until you practice, we cannot cover up the things, and again we'll be lagging behind. And it will be very frustrating again, whatever things we have already discussed. If you discuss same thing time and again, it's a waste of time. So effectively, let's utilize the window time. Okay. So practice well, be ready. Just though it is today and tomorrow immediately, but at least before stepping into the tomorrow's program, just cover all the topics one time, at least practice, you do it and be ready. And if at all anything is missing, I am still giving a opportunity to you so that we can go for refreshing something, the topics. You can let me know in the group to join the meeting room well in advance, 15 minutes before the scheduled time. So 1:45 p.m. to 2 p.m. we'll be utilizing the time for doubt clarifications. Dot 2 p.m. will be exactly starting the session. So I request everyone, please step into the meeting room before 2 p.m. All right. Now, second thing, do you feel the content is relevant? I know it is too early to ask, but yes, are you getting some kind of confidence to make the things better? Do you feel any kind of room for improvements? All right. All queries are clarified. Do you believe all queries are clarified? Anything is pending, or did I ask to restart the session and then we discussed? Fine. Thank you so much for your responses. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
only one suggestion is there. It's a suggestion. Because what happening, once you taught something, you give the exercise, and maybe suppose there are 10 people, maybe 7 will able to do in first shot and 3 will not do. But instead of then every 3, it is not required to see case by case. Otherwise, it will be a lot of time is required. So if you educate another one person only, the rest should solve it offline. That can be attended offline. Otherwise, it will take too much time. That I observed today.
Right. That's
For
what
example,
I
one formula you taught, and in one shot 7% are able to solve, then 3 are not able to. Then each 3 attending separately online will take too much time. One can be attended, rest other should will get another attempt to do it offline. And if still they are not able to solve, that can be taken offline after this session, maybe next day early joining, something like that can be done. Otherwise, it will take more time.
That is what I told you. Before you speak something, I told you already that as per the scheduled time and topic, we are a little bit lagging behind. That's what I kept that option open. Can we increase? I know everybody is having their own speed of learning. Things are capturing, things are different. That's the reason why I told you, keep practice well. Day 1 will be always, I take bit slow to bring all in equal pace. And day 1, whatever the learning you practice well, when you be ready for day 2, definitely the speed will increase. Don't worry. So whatever the things we have committed, we are going to discuss that. I will manage the window timeline in such a way. Don't worry. But your support is also essential. I can teach you whatever the 8 hours topic, I can teach you in 4 hours also. But how much you can take it, that again matters the most.
No, I am not saying,
No,
sir,
no, no,
teaching
I'm
speed.
not, no, no,
Teaching
no, no,
speed
no,
is
no, no.
absolutely
No,
fine.
Deepak,
Teaching speed.
I am not
But
answering, I'm not answering your,
for
Deepak, just wait. It is for everyone. I'm not answering what you said. I'm not answering to that. I'm just telling in general. So it is a team effort. It's a collective efforts only. What you said is absolutely right. When things are not happening because of certain reasons. So in that case, we can work together, not a issue. Anybody can voluntarily also step in and help, no problem. So all these things are welcome. I'm not having any kind of admin rule or hard and fast rule. So in fact, during the practice also today offline you are practicing, and if you have any queries, you can drop in the queries in that group also. For that reason only that group is created. So entire training, whatever the span is there, that group is still live. You can voluntarily ask your questions. Anybody can voluntarily answer the questions also. All these facilities are there. All right. Fine then. So
No, I think Prabhas, I mean, it was really fantastic. I think the way and the pace it is going today. So I think you are taking everyone, considering everyone should understand each and everything. So I think it's better. I think, as you rightly said, I mean, in a day two, definitely it will increase a little bit. So yeah, I mean, that's how I'm also looking at.
don't worry. That's what I'm saying. Things are something new. You know now where we are lacking with like the keyboard shortcuts and everything. At least one time practice, you do know. Tomorrow it will automatically help you to save your time. Now what is happening? Control Shift 1. Which one? Whether the numerical one in the top row or the right side hand, whatever the number key, that one I have to use. You are getting confused. But today you are clear. No, Control Shift 1 in the top row. We have got the combinations. I'm just giving an example. So those things, if you practice, things will be ready for tomorrow. And this is how small amount, like 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds in each and every activity, when you accumulate, and finally you could save half an hour time. Trust me. This is how day 4 you will be realizing. But anyway, I don't want to go for fast enough and to capture this, I mean, the topic and all, but I want you to learn effectively. That's my motto. That's my aim. All right. Okay, so Rajat is asking, do we have any homework before coming for tomorrow? No homework. These things you practice, that alone is enough. No homework for today. Homework I'll be giving tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay, Rajat, if you're interested, only for you, not for all. Right? So you're more curious to go for homework. I will give it to you. Don't worry. All right, people. So kindly save all your files and close it. So tomorrow we'll be meeting or catching up in the same time, 2 p.m. as per the Indian Standard Time. And I request you, what I have showed you or giving the support from my side, if you have any queries, please let me know well in advance. Drop a message in that group and I'll be joining by 1:45 p.m. and I'll help you out. Don't worry. All right. So with this, can I call it as a day? Is that okay?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, friends. So thank you so much. Stay safe. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Night.
Night all.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks again.